Gentleman yields back. I now recognize the gentleman from Louisiana, Mr. Carter, for 5 minutes of questions.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. And to our witnesses, thank you for being here. What we've heard today and seen play out in the streets of this nation for the past year, straight out of the Trump administration's fascist playbook. Cheat, murder, lie about it, practice the art of mass distraction. The American people are not happy about this. This administration's officials are sitting before us. 2 people are dead. I understand that there's an investigation and you cannot go into the details about that. But there certainly appears to be no shame on the part of these officials who've undoubtedly watched some of your officers conduct themselves in ways that I know you don't condone. Not as law-abiding people, right? So I got to give you the benefit of the doubt. And I can't understand why you show no shame, no contrition, no remorse for the human lives that have been lost, or for the trampling of the Constitution and the tearing apart of the moral fiber of our nation. They think, apparently, you think, apparently, you've been coached, apparently, you've been called out of the room with a forced break to be told to be more aggressive, to push back against questions. The American people saw that happen. The American people watched as you all looked at each other. Oh, I didn't ask for a break. And clearly you were called in the back to be coached. A halftime locker room pep talk. This isn't a game. These are people's lives. We should all be, you should be, your officers should be held accountable that no one is above the law. No one can evade the Constitution. No person can evade what is right, even though you think that Donald Trump will protect you, and maybe he will for now. But there will be a time that you have to answer these questions. And while you have worked on many administrations, and it's been asked, you worked on different administrations, what's different? I'll tell you what's different. The approach of how you conduct it, your search and seizure. The reason there were so many others and there were not riots was because people were not being trampled. You had trained officers who knew the art of de-escalation. They understood the rule of law. They understood the Constitution. Yet now we continue to hear lies. Last year, I took members of Congress on an oversight visit to ICE facility. We were told certain things that turned out to be patent lies. They told us things that we witnessed within moments of being there to not be true, yet we continue to hear you and some of my colleagues suggest, don't believe your eyes, don't believe your ears, just trust us. Well, the American people can see. And this notion that Democrats don't want enforcement, those are talking points that are wrong. We want rapists and murderers off the street. We want the bad, the worst of the worst, to be arrested and to be deported if they aren't supposed to be here. What we don't want is citizens running down the street being chased by ICE agents, people being shot on the streets by rogue officers who are in fact American citizens. What we don't want is to see people like Ms. Good or Mr. Preti simply doing what we often say, if you see something, say something. We don't want to see people dying on the streets. So let me ask you a quick question. Mr. Lyons, has ICE ever detained an American citizen such as they are not free to leave, whether it is on the sidewalk, the street, or thrown into the back of an ICE vehicle because they looked or sounded a certain way, even though they said they were American citizens? Yes or no, quickly, I only get 38 seconds.
No, sir.
That's never happened before.
That we've arrested one? No, sir. We've detained individuals to verify identity, but we haven't arrested or deported. No, sir.
Detain, arrest. Check it out. It's
Yes, sir.
the same thing. Right. All right. What does an undocumented person look like or sound like? Does it look like Mr. Garbarino? Does it look like me?
Could look like anyone, sir.
Okay, well, how are you training your people? Because you've said and others have said if they sound a certain way, they look a certain way, we're going to stop them. That was quoted by your people. What do you say to that?
So what I say is that ICE does criminal targeted enforcement based on intelligence, and we don't use the color of skin or accents for that.
So the person who said that was wrong.
We'll
Yes?
let the
person that was
gentleman,
wrong?
get that answer in writing. His time has expired.